to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about being gay. I've been gay for a decade and I am super excited to share about my experience, what it's like, and this is a way to represent my community on YouTube. So there are fun times, there are hard times, and there are in-between times. So times when you really feel gay are when you're physically hooking up with a guy, or when you think a guy is really cute, or you're trying to date a guy. Those are moments when you really feel gay because you're actually doing gay things, which is like guys hooking up with guys and guys talking to guys. But besides that, you know, gay life is just like life in general. That part about gay life, I'm gonna share all about that today. One of my favorite parts about being gay is clubbing. I love the clubs, I love the atmosphere, I love everybody's style. We all love like Britney Spears and dancing to music. And it's really fun, open-minded, and a safe space just to have a fun time. And usually they're a lot more accepting and you can wear sneakers and athletic attire sometimes, which I have found to make me feel very comfortable. Another one of my favorite parts about being gay is that women feel more safe with you because you're gay, because you are a strong man, but you're also gay, which means you're less likely to rape a woman. Which is a big problem in our country where men rape women. So it's really great that gay guys usually don't rape women. So it really makes us feel like a safe person. Being gay in general is really super duper fun. I really love it. It has been hard in some periods of my life though. I definitely think like growing up gay was harder because you have to conform more to school and the environment where you live and where you don't choose to live. So that can be tough, but once you get older, it's way easier. You just go out to the club, have fun, and talk to guys on Grindr. But I'll tell you right now that is a struggle. Grindr can definitely be a struggle. And one of the struggles is who pays for dinner? Is it the guy or the guy? I don't know, hard to choose. Is it the top or the bottom? Is it the rich guy or is it the poor guy? Is it the older guy or the younger guy? Do you split it? We're still working on that. So that's definitely one of the struggles. I always just try to pull out my card and then I always just offer to pay, but I really appreciate it when guys who are older and have more money definitely pay. And if they don't pay and they're older and they have more money, I definitely am less likely to see them again for sure. Another one of the issues is PrEP. I forget to take PrEP a lot, and PrEP is awesome because nowadays you can take a pill that highly reduces your chances of contracting HIV. So I love that. My only problem is my memory is not always the best and I forget, but I just got a pill box, so that is a solution for that to keep remembering. Another issue is body image, because the gay community has a lot of societal pressures to be perfect just because there has been historically a lot of stigma around being gay. So it's nice to sharpen up the image and make ourselves look good so that we fit in society more rather than be outcasts. So that does increase body image problems, and that's a really detrimental part of being gay and a part of the body image. And you know, there are a lot of gay guys who are literally chained to the gym. They're stuck in there. And then there are a lot of guys who I don't know what their story is, and maybe they love the gym and maybe that's healthy for them. Another hard part is when you're gay, you're with another guy, so you're comparing your body to somewhat of a mirror of your anatomy, which is different than when you're with a woman because you're looking at a woman who has different genitalia, but when you're a guy, you do compare your genitalia to other guys, and maybe other guys don't get bothered by that, but I do get bothered by that, and that does affect me. Another hard part is like when you're on Grindr and you find a guy you really like and the guy doesn't respond. So that can really create a story in your head, and so it's just really important then to realize that it's harder in the beginning with Grindr to get over rejection, but it does get easier, and you just have to find things that fill you up. So just remember that Grindr isn't gonna fill you up emotionally, most likely. So you have to keep getting filled up because with activities you love to do, because Grindr can be draining for sure. So when you're talking to a guy on Grindr, it's very easy, especially if you are very turned on, to want to go immediately for let's hook up right now, let's do this right now, take your pants off. It's nice to remember that everybody's a human, we all want to be seen, and we all want to feel appreciated. So just make sure you ask people. Like, something I like to do is I like to ask people how they are, because sometimes the emotional support can be lost because people are really just looking for that physical experience. I definitely do that very often and try to remember to say, hey, how are you? Instead of like, hey, can I get a pic, right now. Another problem is guys really barely ever look as good in person as they do on Grindr. I mean, this is even something I do because of course I'm gonna take 10 pictures and post the best one, but I mean, the ugliest one out of those pictures, people might not want to ever talk to me with that picture. So I do post the best picture. So that is the downside of Grindr, is you're putting yourself best self out there. But in the end, that really does kind of create there's like a gap in between like what you really look like and what your social media looks like. Another struggle is whether or not you're a top or bottom, you're a verse top, verse bottom, or you're just fluid and you just change all the time. That can be hard because sometimes, let's say there's a guy you really want to hook up with, but he's a bottom, but you're also a bottom, so then there's no top. That can be really hard, and it can definitely bring up feelings of insecurity, especially if you feel like you are not the right size to be a top, or maybe feel like you're not the right size to be a bottom. So once again, this really comes back to body image, how we perceive ourselves. It can be really confusing when your identity is challenged on Grindr. So it's a struggle to stay honest with yourself. But that is the most important thing. You have to stay honest. What do you want to do? And make sure you just don't switch up something just because someone else wants to. Always be 100% into whatever you're gonna do. And make sure whoever you're talking to or hooking up with or dating is 100% into whatever's going on. 100% enthusiastic consent is always the standard, always. So I told you about the fun parts about being gay. I told you about the hard parts and all of the in-between. Now it is your turn. Go on to the comment section below and comment about your gay life. How is it? And if it's interesting enough, maybe we should do an interview and you can be on Jettsters' YouTube channel. Thank you all so much for following. New video every 2 weeks or more. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Love y'all.